What's up, everybody? How are you doing? How is everybody this week? Astro Mystic here. I hope you've all had a good week and surviving this crazy madness that's happening in the world. Everything is just so crazy and erratic and just strange. Don't you guys think it's strange? Like, just strange things happening, and people are acting very strange, and old belief systems are coming up, and people are starting to question things and relationships and, you know, all of that. Have you guys experienced that yet? Well, so anyways, for this week, is on top of being aware of all the strangeness out there. I want you guys to, I'm going to give you a lighter message today because I feel like a lot of people are working through some old shadows and some old belief systems and things that they have found that is not serving them anymore, and it's causing a lot of turmoil inside of people. And with that happening, people are just going to have to kind of navigate through their own little, almost, what would you say? What they think is true and what they think is real. And I'm not sure how to really explain this, but it's causing a lot of people to be very anxious and very angry. And so, because everybody's a little bit confused by this energy that's coming out. So this week I'm just going to give you some guidance as far as, along with all of that, all the signs, everyone needs to take that advice and just remember that stand in your values, not necessarily stand in your belief systems, because those are always going to change. Everybody's is always going to change in some way or somehow. You can't believe the same thing you did 25 years ago and expect it to stand and hold validity today, because that's probably changed, because you've changed, your environment's changed, your people around you have changed, everything's changed. So just kind of just take the next couple of weeks and actually next couple months, because I think a lot of this has to do with the Saturn square Uranus. And it's almost like you trying to create this new reality, but you're still holding on to the old reality. And Mercury's still in shadow, so we want to kind of just, I'm sorry, Mercury's still in retrograde. Let's see, let me think. Well, no, actually it's not. But we are in shadow now, because I think yesterday, it came out of retrograde. But we're still in Mercury shadow, so it's still the same energy that a Mercury retrograde is. So anyways, for fire signs, Aries, Leos, Sagittarius, this week is about news. So somebody's going to be giving you some news, or you're going to find out some kind of news. Something's going to come to you guys, and it doesn't feel like it's bad or good. It just feels like it's something that you're going to be able to work with, or something that's going to be delivered to you in a good or positive way. And some of it may be in a bad way in the beginning, but remember, something always turns out good, later on. And it may be way later on down the road. Who knows, But stay connected in that energy, and that energy of like what you desire and what you believe and what your emotions are. Not necessarily what you believe, because I don't think it's going to be on your belief systems. It's going to be, stay in that energy of the things you desire and the things that makes you feel secure and comfort at home, and your emotional well-being. You know what I mean? Because maybe you've been thinking of trying to create something for your life or something new for your life, and that news may pertain to that in some way. So just stay focused, because the power that we fear is power that we cannot own. So I would take this week, if you ever work with chakras and the chakra system and balancing and doing meditation, I would do a meditation on your fifth chakra. And that is your throat, that is your throat chakra. And you want to be able to speak your truth and speak your mind and speak the words into existence. And so this almost feels like some of you have not been doing that. So it's almost like, have you had sore throats a lot, or swallowing issues, or irritation, irritation in your throat area? If you have, that is definitely you. You need to do a lot of balancing around that chakra, because you need to learn to stand in your truth and stand in your values and who you really are, because that's ever changing. We're always changing, and the more you can flow with that, the more you can stand with confidence in that. And express yourself, express your emotions to people that need it, and say things that you need to say, because words are super powerful. But when you do, be very clear in your wording and speak with intention. You don't want to intentionally hurt someone or anything like that. So speak with confidence and authenticity and from a value part of you, instead of in a place that triggers a lot of old emotions or something like that, Yeah. So next we have earth signs, which are Taurus, Virgos, Capricorns. For you guys this week, it's almost like the world is trying to remind you that you need to expand your mind. It's like a higher learning. You need like a higher learning, expanding maybe your beliefs, or maybe your consciousness, or your optimism. It's just expanding out. And it's going to be like when you're sitting in the stillness of the day or in the night, and even when you're just driving down the road in your car, and you allow yourself to be completely present, completely aware of your thoughts, and analyzing your thoughts, that is when you're going to expand and learn and grow and evolve, is in that stillness. And fully showing up for yourself and for your life every day is going to bring that expansion even further. So you are ready for that, even though you don't think you are, or you don't know that you are yet. It's probably happening and you didn't realize it. And sometimes that can trigger like a depression, because you're like, ooh, you're just not quite sure of why or what's happening. So it brings this uncomfortable feeling to you almost. So it may seem that way, but just kind of work past that, because it's not really, it could be a depression or a aloneness, but it is your inner spirit trying to work with the humanness in the physical realm out here. So just try to be aware of that. It's about discovering this new part of you, or discovering a newness and an energy around that, and finding satisfaction within your everyday life. So, living with focus and like a clear intention in everything that you do and everything that you want, is super important, because you're going to need to focus on your intention so you can make the right decisions. And making the right decisions is very important, as we all know that. So, don't make your decisions out of anger. So wait till you've calmed down and be able to really process your own thoughts and your life and what's going on around you, and harness that inner fire so you can have more clarity. And when you have more clarity, you take better action in your life. So be completely aware of those things this week. Yeah. Okay, so for air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, you guys have maybe been noticing like you've been delayed in things, like you've been held back. Maybe you sat in traffic too long. Maybe, the bank was supposed to give you the contract and it was 2 weeks late, or maybe you were supposed to get a raise and it was late. Whatever the case is. You've probably been dealing with a lot of delays around you. And if this is you, that is a fear. That is a fear that you have stopped allowing things to come into your life. So it's kind of like you've kind of blocked yourself from receiving. So this also for you guys would be a good meditation in balancing all the chakras. And you can find a YouTube video on that to work on, because it's almost like something keeps returning to you and you're not dealing with this issue or whatever it is. It's like you don't want to deal with it right then, so you can't have a new outcome of it. So it keeps coming back for you to learn and move on and progress from that, but it's not, and you're being stagnant. This is being very stagnant, and you're not allowed to bring new stuff in. So we need to move that energy away from you. And, take pride in what you have done and have moved around, and the energy that you have been able to progress and, evolve from and move toward. So the biggest lesson at the end of the day is that the choice is always yours. The choice is yours to make. And if you make those choices, you have to live with that. But make the choices that are vital to you, like almost like to your evolving, your vitality in your evolution, I guess is the best way I'm trying to explain that. I'm trying to think of the right words. Because you have to make an emotional investment in things. You have to be emotionally driven by things to make them into fruition, into your life. So take the knowledge that you've made in the past from your mistakes, from your choices, and all those life experiences that you've had, and use those to keep your path aligned and on the right track. And once you do that, you're going to start to notice that things are going to fade away and then new things are going to come in. That is just the way it happens. So, all right. So next is water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. For you guys this week, it's about an inner reflection. I'm actually giving you 3 things this week. It's almost like you're trying to make decisions based upon your environment and what's going on around you, when you need to focus on you, because you are it. I know you have families and children and people you care about, but if you are not focused on you and the happiness within you, you cannot move that energy forward, and you can't be your authentic self with anyone, even yourself, if you're not doing that. So the inner reflection this week is about, what you need to do and you know how to do it. You have all the components to make it work, but it's a matter of you going through and like thinking about each little thing and making that, is this good for me? Is this of value? Is this a good place in my life? If it is, then roll with it. And if it's not, you need to do something about that. And stop, don't mess around and just do it. You know what I mean? Stop messing around. If it's, follow your instincts. If it's not the right time for something, so what? Move on. It'll come to you at the right time. What others think of you should not matter. Actually, that piece of advice is for everyone. Don't worry about what people think about you. People will never, ever, ever think about you how you want them to, or see you how you want them to, or anything like that. So face your fears and then celebrate that. Give yourself a pat on the back for even dealing with that, or, trying to fix something in your shadows. And, celebrate what you have accomplished, because you guys have accomplished so much. So, this may be an emotional week, but it's almost like you're going to make some life-changing decisions this week. And you may not see that right away, and you may not understand that, but if you're journaling, you're going to be able to see that later on down the road. And get yourself ready, get yourself focused. Connect with like-minded people. Connect to people that are on the same frequency as you. Anybody that's lower in frequency than you is not going to give you the right information or the right guidance. Maybe you've been wanting to change something in your life, and now is the time to do it. Now is the time to make these decisions and start planting those seeds. So a month from now, a year from now, whenever it is, you'll have already laid the groundwork down to make those changes in your life. And it's a very clear time for you guys to recreate something in your life, or go all in on something that you've been afraid to go all in. And if it's good in your soul, if it feels good to you, do it. Don't hold back. Don't worry about what everybody else thinks or what they, you shouldn't do that. No bueno. So, have something solid in your life. Be solid in your life, because, you're going to want to have a strong, solid foundation, and maybe you can reach out to your family and ask for some guidance or something like that, because somebody around you that's got roots may be able to help you with some of these answers or decisions. And because you're going to start laying down roots of your own, and then you're going to help people later on down the road. So it's good to have that. So anyways, I hope that you all have a wonderful week, and I hope that you guys stay in a clearer mindset for the next couple of weeks, couple of months. It's going to be a wild ride out there. People are going to be very strange. Very strange. So, with that in mind, just keep doing you. Keep being present. Keep showing up. Because that's all you can do for you is, allow yourself that. So, thank you for coming back to my channel. If you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. And I will see you on the full moon coming up pretty soon. So I'll see you on the full moon, and you all have a wonderful week. And I love you all very, very much. And thank you for supporting me as always. And I will see you soon.